over, were treated very well. They were allowed to return to Haro, the diocesan center, and they were treated very well. We were a civilized army. December 25, 1898. 4 days later, 4 battleships of the United States arrived at the Iloilo Harbor because conflict between Aguinaldo and the Americans had started to make General Miller, who commanded that expeditionary force, asked permission from the federal state of the Visayas, because by that time, the revolutionary government was converted into the federal state of the Visayas. The Ilonggo leaders wanted a federal system of government in the Philippines. President Roque Lopez and General Delgado refused the request to surrender. And because the Treaty of Paris was still pending ratification at the U.S. Senate, President McKinley had orders not to provoke any armed conflict with the Filipinos. And so for 44 long days and nights, the American soldiers stayed cooped up on their battleships until the Filipino-American War broke out. And on February 11, the Americans bombarded Iloilo City, and the fight went on. Let's not talk about how the Ilonggos lost more men to the Americans than to the Spaniards. The Filipino-American War lasted in Iloilo, in Panay, for more than 2 years. And General Delgado surrendered on the Candelaria of Haro, 1901, February 2, formally surrendered. But Colonel Quintin Salas, whose children had become benefactors of Central Philippine University, continued on the fight and did not surrender until October of that year. So the Ilonggos, we from Panay, we from the Visayas, have contributed also so much to the struggle for independence. Let me repeat, on July 4, 1946, the United States gave up the Philippines as a territory and recognized us as an independent nation. In effect, returning to the Philippines and the Filipinos the independence that they had won. The proclamation of independence was done in Kawit, Cavite, but